Well, hello and welcome to the Cardio Chronicles. This is important information that you need to know about your heart. My name is Jessica and this is my video. All right, we're going to start just quickly with the basic anatomy of the heart. We have the right and left atrium, right and left ventricles. Those are the four chambers of the heart. There are some important valves that you'll need to be aware of. We've got the tricuspid, pulmonary, aortic, and mitral valve. Those are all really important in helping the blood flow in the right direction. We have the aortic arch. The aorta sends blood out to the body through there. We've got the pulmonary artery, pulmonary veins here on both sides. So how then does your heart work? How does it pump? What makes it tick? We're going to go into that here right now. So blood flow follows a very specific pathway. There are many things that happen along the way to keep your body running at its best. Your blood then coming in from the body. Let's go ahead and get my laser tool here. All right. So blood coming from the body into the heart comes in through the inferior and superior vena cava. They will go right here into the right atrium. They'll go down here through the tricuspid valve and into the right ventricle. From there, the ventricle then pushes the blood through the pulmonary valve and into the pulmonary arteries right here. A little guy right over here. All right, it moves from the pulmonary artery into the lungs where gas is exchanged and the blood is oxygenated. The blood returns to the heart via the pulmonary vein. It goes right back in here on either side. So I should say veins. Once it has entered the left atrium, the blood then goes right here. The blood then goes through the mitral valve and into the left ventricle. The left ventricle then pumps blood into the aorta through the aortic valve, right here, and out to the rest of the body. The process is super important in keeping a constant flow of blood moving through your heart. So even though we followed a specific pathway, kind of imagine this little guy being a little red blood cell. Because while this is pumping through and going into the arteries and the veins and all that, there's still more blood going because this is a constant process, not just a start at the beginning and end at the end and then restart over again process. So it is a constant movement of blood flow through your heart. All right, so then when I asked what makes your heart tick, there is mechanical and electrical impulses here. So your heart does some amazing things. Did you know that your heart can put out electrical impulses even if it isn't actively pumping? On the other hand, your heart cannot contract if there is no electrical activity. So the mechanical aspect of the heart is the actual contraction and relaxation of your heart muscles. This process is what actually pushes the blood into the body and helps everything keep moving. The electrical aspect has to do with a bunch of different nodes and nerve bundles working together. So we'll look at the SA node, AV node, and Purkinje fibers. They send electrical impulses that tell your heart muscle to contract, and that's actually what pumps the blood that is needed throughout your body. We've already seen that here in the last slide. All right, so here are some images that'll kind of help explain that just a little bit. We have the electrical system of the heart here. So the impulse starts here in the sinoatrial node, or the SA node. That's this little guy right here. That impulse will travel down the internodal tract. This is where the AV node is, the atrioventricular node. The impulse then travels down to the left and right bundle branches. And here are the Purkinje fibers down right here. And those impulses actually tell your heart to contract and relax, which then pushes your blood through. So over here we've just got an image of the inside of the heart here. Again, we've got the atria and the ventricles, and these are the valves, and kind of shows the flow of blood in the direction in which it goes. All right, so then when we talk about your nervous system, the autonomic nervous system controls your body automatically without you even having to think about it. It's made up of two parts, which are the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. So let's say a tiger is following you. He is getting ready to chase you, you know it, and you're getting scared. Your sympathetic nervous system is actually what increases your heart rate, and that initiates your fight or flight response. So let's say then the tiger loses interest, decides you're not worth chasing, you're going to beat him anyway. He turns away. Your parasympathetic nervous system is what will help you calm down by slowing your heart rate and decreasing your fight or flight response. All right, here's a listing of just a couple of resources that I used for the images and information. And thank you for watching my video.